Welcome to the tutorial Bridge to Bridge. Hi, this is Bob Dust, your instructor for the Database Fundamentals course. I am often asked if it is possible to bridge a table to another bridge table. Actually, I have never been asked that, but it is nonetheless a good question and one that we will cover in this short tutorial. Consider the relationship between the entity student and course. A student can enroll in more than one course, and a course can have many students in it. This is the traditional many-to-many relationship. Remember, Bob's rules for many-to-many relationships says that we first create a bridge table between the two entities, and then we make the primary key of the bridge table the composite of the primary keys of the two tables being bridged together. In this case, we create a roster table where the primary key is course ID from the course table and student ID from the student table. The second part of Bob's rule for many-to-many relationships is we already covered that. Never mind. So now we have a roster table with the primary key. You notice these are actually two one-to-many relationships. A student has many entries in the roster table, and the course has many entries in the roster table as well. Consider now that the instructor of the course adds an assignment and can add more than one assignment. So the relationship between assignment and roster is many-to-many because there can be many assignments and there are many students in the course. Because this is a many-to-many relationship, Bob's rule still applies where we create a bridge table. In this case, we will call it roster assignment. And the second part of Bob's rule says that the primary key of the bridge table is the composite of the primary keys of the two tables being bridged together. In this case, it's roster to assignment. So we take the primary key of the roster table, which is course ID and student ID, and we take the primary key of the assignment table, which is assignment ID, and that becomes the primary key of the roster assignment table, which is course ID and student ID from the roster table, and assignment ID from the assignment table, leaving course ID, student ID, assignment ID. At this point, we add any new properties that we need, attributes that we need to the roster assignment table. For example, in this case, we will add the grade because each student in each course for each assignment gets a unique grade. You'll notice that we need all three of the attributes in the primary key to determine the one grade. So as you can see, we can join a table to another bridge table. So I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial, and I have the feeling you may need to apply this rule to Project 3.